Welcome to Foxborough, Massachusetts, home of your Warriors. And it's rivalry day here in Foxborough as the Mansfield Hornets are in town. Foxborough looking for some leftover turkey from their Thanksgiving Day win and a couple wins during the winter season. But it's lacrosse time, so let's get going with the freshman, number 25, Brandon McKay on the face-off. It's going to be one up. Is it out of bounds? So Mansfield technically wins the face-off. But here we go.
So
Game is started.
Jack Sullivan chased it out of bounds.
And if you're wondering who's next to me, it is Michael McCabe.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it, guy. Got off the camera.
So he was supposed to be on the camera. We were supposed to be on the camera, but instead we have
I got demoted.
I think of it more as a promotion. Is it demotion hanging out with me?
No, of course not.
Okay. I got scared. But if anyone was wondering, we are goal.
Goal by Mansfield to start the beginning of the game.
That was a wake-up call. We had a little bit of trouble getting people up here, so now we're here as number 18. I don't have his name written down yet. It's been a long process, so bear with us for the first quarter at least.
We're going to get a replay on that goal here, Kyle. So let's see. We're coming down on the right. Quick cross to the middle, and 18 just up and over. That was actually a beautiful goal. The defense was there. It was just a nice job by Mansfield to put it in the back of the net. So we got another face-off. Looks like Mansfield's going to take the face-off once again.
Mansfield so far has been a very tough team. I think according to my calculations, I saw them in 6th for the playoff race at the moment. 6th for the playoff race. I think the Warriors come in at the 14th. Warriors trying a big win today would give them an extra boost for the postseason race. As to the goal, behind the back.
A B2B for number 18 once again. I wonder if that's Nico Smith, who's got he's got 30 goals and 8 assists on the season for Mansfield.
Well, if that's Nico Smith, that's goal number 32.
We're not sure, just to be clear. We unfortunately did not get a roster for the Mansfield team.
As we're going to get a replay real quick. We are working on the fly, so here we go.
You see that right in the middle, sitting in the middle again. They're going to get it. They're going to have to put a little pressure on him.
They are.
And not give him space in front of that net. That's 2 times he's been standing right in front of the net and able to get in the back.
66 seconds into the game, and it's already 2-0 Mansfield, but Warriors, they fight. They fight all the time. That's what Warriors do. As the face-off is going to be won by Mansfield, number 14.
So Foxborough right now reeling a little bit, 2 quick goals. They're not used to this over the last few games. They've dominated their last couple of games here, Carter. So this is they're on their heels a little bit, but they'll settle in. We know they've got a good defensive core here, and the middies are quick, and they'll get their sticks on. So hopefully they settle down fast.
Mansfield's rolling it around as it's going to go to number 13, up to 14. He's going to look for 34, hits him in stride. As Marco Chalfe's going to play up on him. Marco Chalfe playing one-on-one. So tries to set a screen. Chalfe not evades it. 34 still contains the ball. Gets it to 33.
So Mansfield getting the ball out to X. Allowing them to set up.
Jack Sullivan playing man defense. He's going to come around the crease. Chalfe puts his stick in his face.
Once again, right in front of the net. But Adam Adesh with the quick save.
Adesh with the quick save. Gene with the quick pressure. As John Hollis, the soccer star turned lacrosse, got his first career goal in Thursday's game versus Stoughton, but it's going to lose possession to number 11 to 12. Over to 33. 33 is going to look for 34. Hits him again. 34 to 11. As you see, 14 now has the ball. They do what Foxborough does. They like to get it around the world. It's going to go all the way to X, who's 33.
You can see them moving in unison, Carter. They're bringing their top 2 down. Yeah. Mansfield, they're setting up. They've got nice formation on the offense right now.
Chalfe tries to keep it in balance, but it's going to go out of balance. It's going to be Mansfield possession as 34 takes over.
Marco, who's playing a big spot for the team this year as a freshman and really working constantly out there.
He is. A lot of freshmen have been doing a lot of work. The Fogo, Brady McKay, attackman Jack Taft. Jack Taft is, I think he's playing more of a midi role today, as fortunately for the Warriors, that one of the captains is back. Star Tony Selham, last year Hawk All-Star, committed to St. A's, is back in a smaller role today. Oh, wait, Taft's at attack.
They have Jack at attack. I had heard the same thing, but it looks like they're starting Jack. I know Tony's coming off the the issue with the shoulder, I believe. So maybe they'll try to ease him in a little bit.
Maybe, probably, because
we'll keep an eye out for
he's
that.
a key player for this team, and they've missed his speed and acceleration that we saw during football season for this lacrosse team. Committed to St. A's, where he's going to spend his next 4 years in the nursing program. As he's got 33, top cheddar.
As of right now, it's been all of Mansfield so far. We have just over 8 minutes left in the first quarter, and Mansfield just been pressing. They've won every face-off, and they've been down in Foxboro's end pretty much the whole time. And so Foxboro really is going to need to make adjustments at some point here.
From what I've heard in the classrooms, he's going to take a shot, no goal, but Mansfield's going to retain possession. No, he's going to.
What's the word in the halls, Connor? What is it?
Word in the halls, their Fogo is very good at what he does. So expect a lot of. So they said, hey, he's going to be really good. It's going to be a fight on every face-off. The Warriors are going to need to get a couple if they're going to want to get in this game, because that's the key of the game. Number 18 already has 2 goals. Going to take another one.
Oh, great save by Dash. Great save. Little fighting in the middle there. Looks like a push is going to be called on. Ian Foley was pushed. I couldn't catch whatever Mansfield. They were both going for the ball.
As Foley's going to use his speed.
Foley working his way, getting chopped, but not flexing, keeping moving.
Going to give it to Moore, who's going to look at X. It's going to be Sacchetti. And Tony Solom is on the field. He is at the attack role today. I heard a lot of. No, he's at the midi role.
He's at midi. Yes, you got Jack Taft, number 15's in front of the net right now.
As Moore goes
down. And there's a flag. Yeah, that was they took a hit. Who was that? Lincoln. Looks like Lincoln got upended with an illegal hit out in the front there. So it's going to be a Foxboro ball on the outside.
I expect this game to be very physical, as this is Foxborough and Mansfield, one of the biggest rivalries in Massachusetts. Meets every year for Thanksgiving, where Warriors took a 30-17
Going to go a quick replay of that in front of the net here.
As we're going to see, number 24. From what I saw on the Hawk page, that's Nolan Bodiri.
Mr. Bodiri was a football coach, and then Mrs. Bodiri is the field hockey.
They are. Bodiris have had a long history of Foxborough, but in this side of the rivalry, they cheer for green.
So we got Ryan Cotter pushing it down up top to Taft. No, excuse me, that's Keneally.
Who's going to give it to Cotter. Cotter's going to look for Sacchetti.
Good movement.
That's
Foxborough actually putting a little pressure here. Foxborough finally on offense and trying to make the best of it here. They get good ball movement.
Sacchetti wanted a shot. He's not going to get it.
He's going to give it to
Waller.
You get Aiden Waller moving it over to Cotter. Cotter going goal line extension to Taft. Over to X with Lincoln Moore. And Moore looking for Taft in front and just not quite able to get his stick on it. It was Taft, but it was a great setup. Ball goes back to Mansfield.
Number 19 is going to take it up. The pull. He's going to give it over to trying to look for the goal. He can't get it. He's going to give it over to another pull. Ball down. Scooped up by Foxborough. Keeps possession as Cheridano's going to run off and Selham's going to run on. It's going to be very nice to have Selham back as he gets more healthy. You know, I don't expect a lot from today, but I expect him to just try to get back in the swing of things. Nothing like that than playing against Mansfield. That's how you get back in full speed.
Selham's a very physical player, got a lot of speed, and played primarily midi last year and was a scoring threat throughout every game he played. So hopefully he brings that back quickly.
Ooh, great play by Foxborough. And it's going to be Mansfield ball, though. Foxborough crowds number 17 as he drops the ball, but it's going to hit off of Ryan Cotter's stick, I believe, which retains Mansfield ball.
Just under 6 minutes with Foxborough down 2-0 to Mansfield. Foxborough finally making some offensive pushes here.
Cotter going to use his speed. As Coop has good hustle.
Great defensive move, too. If you notice, he kept the stick low. Can extend the arms if it's low. Kept Ryan Cotter from cutting into the net and was able to keep him outside.
Selham got to take possession. Over to Moore. Moore's around the 40-yard line. 40 going to play on him. Lincoln's going to drives.
And Lincoln Moore scores again. Lincoln right now is the leader in the Hockomock for scoring.
That's his 33rd goal of the year, 41st point. As this is going to be a battle between the two top scorers.
Take a look at that one again.
As we're going to see Lincoln Moore notch his 33rd. Old 33 comes with just driving, just using his strength.
And just like that, it's a 2-1 game.
Lincoln Moore may be the first in scoring, but Nico Smith, the unknown, as we don't really know his number, Comes in at 30, but
he's getting credit, though. I hope we're not giving credit to someone else.
if he's getting credit, we think Nico Smith may have 32 goals in the year, which means him and Lincoln were just tied, but Lincoln said, not for long. So, again, Foxborough is on top in that aspect. But hopefully they can come on top in this game as Ryan Flaherty's going to play on number 11 over to 20.
So number 18, once again, setting up in front of the net.
34 to 12 to 33. 11's going to cut down. Flaherty plays on him. Up to 18. 34. Cuts back. Shoots. Scores.
Scores. All three.
Number 18.
Has all 3 goals.
That has to be.
Right out in the front, basically from almost the same spot.
It must be.
So he's just been standing straight in front of that net. All 3 have been right down the middle. This one was a little further out, but as you see, it's a set-up play. They want him in the middle. Great catch and release on it.
He put all of his strength into his left foot, full power.
Did get a little lucky on the bounce. He came in front of the net, but doesn't matter. It still found the back of the net.
As he's going to not only have 3 goals,
so we're struggling on the
one.
we're struggling on the face-offs. Right now, so far, Mansfield's been
40
dominating.
the pull. Shoot.
Oh! 2 quick goals to answer. But not to take anything away from Braden McKay. He's had a great season coming in as a freshman and taking the pressure of the face-off position. He's done a great job.
As we're going to get a replay here from the number 40, the pull. The first person other than 18 to notch a goal today. Shoots.
What a wind-up. Just plenty of space in the field there. No pressure on him. And he took the time, wound it up, and found the top right of the net.
As Foxborough is going to take a timeout to discuss it. From what I've seen so far, is that Mansfield, all their goals have just been quick. It's just been quick. So Foxborough needs to try to slow them down. Just if they can make it go by slow, because when they weren't going quick, it was just all Foxborough. Foxborough took control. They played their game, which Foxborough has played a slower game. That's how they win games. They make the right reads. Mansfield has made some good reads tonight, but however, all their goals have just come on quick shots.
I tell you, if as I'm watching the Mansfield's offensive attack so far, Carter, they set up. They're very much in sync, and they're finding their players. So they found that number 18 right in front of the net all 3 times. They set up, move the ball around, and sometimes he's standing there, other times he's cutting in, but they know where he is and they're feeding him. And Foxborough is just going to come up, and maybe that's what coach is doing right now. He's getting them together, settling them down. And now they've just got to counter and make sure they're not open for those free shots and easy catches in front of the net.
We're going to go through the position groups right now real quick. On the defense, it's going to be the usual 3 suspects of Jaden Jean, number 7, Jack Sullivan, number 26, and James Gaffney, number 9. For the mid-80s, we're going to see 4, as right now we're going to have and Marco Chalfie. Marco Chalfie's also playing LSM along with Nico Chardonna. Speak of the devil, he will come out and play. He's not a goal. But at the moment, instead of Jack Sullivan on the defense, it's gonna be Ryan Flaherty. They're gonna try and get Sullivan's pull to try and see if we can get a face-off win. As it's gonna roll all the way to Adesh. Adesh loves this kind of play for himself as he gets to use his speed. I mentioned all the time to him, you played the 2 sports that you couldn't really use your speed. So he likes to use it when he's playing goalie. He's going to go to Sullivan. Sullivan trying to find the open look. Has it in Keneally. 2 future members of UNH College. They're attending I
didn't realize it was known as
Our principal called it that, so now we all call it that.
Now it's stuck.
Yeah, it's stuck. It's going to go to John Sacchetti. No idea where he's going to call it, but he'll probably want to play lacrosse as he's going to try and look over to Cotter. To Tony.
Tony Solom looking to attack the net.
Spin move. He's trying to net his first of the year. Going to give it over to Lincoln.
Great pass right over to Lincoln Moore for another strike.
Lincoln Moore.
Fantastic job by Sullivan. Solom to come around and get that ball over to Moore.
Goal 34 for Lincoln Moore. Tony's first point of the year as you hear him yelling from the stands.
Let's take a look again here.
He's going to see Sullivan.
Solom couldn't get in, so he comes around the back.
See, this is what they're missing. This is what they're missing from Tony. His vision and his speed. Tony's one of the fastest people I know, and he's always using his speed. Gets him in good position, and always makes himself a good play as Ian Foley comes in. A lot of defensive middies for the Warriors as you have players like Ian Foley, Ryan Flaherty, John Hollis, all seniors. As Mansfield's going to win another face-off. Fakes the pass, shoots off the post. Sullivan needs to scoop it. Well, not really, because it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Warrior ball.
Was that right, Carter? Was that Marco who took the face-off?
No,
I didn't think so. He came out of nowhere, and I'm like, why is he?
I think he was on the. He was the LSM.
Okay.
As Foster's going to contain possession.
It's long stick midi for those. It's LSM.
Should probably. And if he's used the word Fogo, that's face-off, get-off, which is what freshman Braden McKay does as Tony Selham holds the ball, using his quick feet. Moves like Sacchetti, except a little bit faster because he's a little bit more lighter on his feet than Sacchetti. That's why he plays midi. Sacchetti has more power when his steps. As Selham puts a kid on the ground. 17's down. He gets back up real quick. He does get up really fast.
Selham seeming to settle in now, getting a little of the rust off, and he's starting to show his just the aggressiveness that he plays with.
Mansfield very physical on defense. They bait.
Yeah, number 17 is he's keeping a lot of pressure on Cotter and keeping him outside.
We're both
doing a great job.
That was funny. Both of us were getting phone calls at the same exact time. Different people, I'd hope.
This isn't the call-in portion of the show, though.
We got to tell them, hey, we're on there. We're about to watch Foxborough get a goal. Selham looking for the shot. He wants his first shot of the year.
Looking to cross it and broken up by number 40 for Mansfield.
As number 33 is running with speed. Sullivan giving him some pressure.
So now let's watch in front of the net in the middle here. Just got to keep your eye on 18 and see if he's crossing over. He might have come off the field, actually.
There's a B in here. Oh, he's gone.
So now you've got
14
and 11 standing in front of the net here. Nice out. Adam Adesh getting it out to Cotter. Cotter pushing upfield.
As Cotter's going to run as fast as he can.
Nice pitch into
Taft. He's down.
Taft takes a quick hit as he was trying to spin around.
Gets right back up. Freshman not fazed by the hit. Cotter going to give it over to Sacchetti.
It's unusual to see Sacchetti up toward midfield. He usually stays on Axel around goal line.
Lincoln usually takes it from midfield for the attack. He's going to shoot. No good, but Keneally's going to get the ball back. First-year head coach Greg Keefe calling out what he wants. The Warriors, I think, come in at 6-3, if I had to guess. Is it 6-3?
I think you're right, yes.
On a 4-game win streak.
Sounds right.
4-game win streak.
Couple dominating games against younger teams, Dighton Rehoboth.
As not Sacchetti, Keneally going to give it over to Sacchetti. Sacchetti spins, fakes the spin, spins actually up top. No
Just
good.
As he's about to release, Sacchetti takes a hit.
Mansfield very physical so far. They like to use their stick to pressure the Warriors. They're not afraid to lay the boom. And it's going to go to Moore, who's going to get it.
Who so far has the 2 goals for Foxborough. 4-2 game, still a close game.
Oh, gets out of it.
Winding down to the end of the first.
Good! Lincoln
Moore for his hat trick on the game with 12 seconds left on the clock.
Unassisted. It's
so far on the score. It's basically 2 players except for one goal by the long pole.
One pole goal, and I think the two Hawk leaders in goals going blow for blow as Moore continues to take the edge with goal number 35.
It's becoming an offensive battle here, which will make for an exciting game.
And Foxborough needs to clamp down with the limited time to 18.
Winding it down, trying to keep Mansfield from getting the shot off.
And that's
mishandled pass and able to get the shot off, but very high of the net.
As the horn blows, Mansfield comes into Foxborough with number 18 notching 3 goals, number 40 notching a goal. But have no fear, Lincoln Moore is here. 3 goals, a hat trick in the first quarter to get. Even though Mansfield has the lead, Foxborough has a little bit of momentum. 4-3 Mansfield leads. What have you seen so far?
So I think in the beginning, obviously you could see Mansfield, their offense is very much in sync, and they came in with the plan, and they're feeding number 18, and for obvious reasons. He's got a great sense of the field, and he can see it well. And Foxborough seems to have, after Foxborough took a timeout, they made some adjustments, and it looked like they were clamping down a little in the front. And then once Foxborough kind of got settled in, and were able to get the ball upfield, you really saw them you saw their offense, which has been clicking the last few weeks. And now you're seeing Sullum kind of get the rust off, get his feet back, and he's making a difference. You see it already. I mean, how about yourself? What's your take?
From what I've seen so far is that what I want to see from the Foxborough defense is you have to slow them down. When they get the quick shots, that's when they're most dangerous. Number 18 especially, when they get the quick play in front of him in front of the middle of the net, lost in confusion, he gets an easy shot. And that's why he's netted 3 goals so far. But when they've slowed him down, they've pressured them, that's when they've had the chances to get the ball their own and notch those 3 goals. So if Foxborough keeps doing what they're doing and what the adjustments they made, I think we should be in for a good battle. 4-3 already. I was told it's going to be a high-scoring one. I have not been let down so far. 7 goals in the first quarter. But hopefully the next 36 minutes, it's more goals for Foxborough instead of Mansfield.
In my opinion, this seems to be the most balanced game we've seen for the Warriors this year.
I think so, too. They've made a lot of good defensive plays. Don't let the 4-3 score fool you. They've been very good defensively, just a couple of quick goals. And it could have been 5. It could have been 5-3, but lucky off the post gave Foxborough possession back. As we're going to switch sides.
And let's say Braden McKay as a freshman is doing a great job in that Fogo position. And if you watch him here, he might not be getting it. This more experienced player across from him, but he does not quit, and he's after that ball the whole time. Look, he doesn't back off, keeps pressure, allows time for another play to come in, but every single time he's on that ball. So he keeps this up, he's going to be a force coming in the next few years.
If Nico Smith is number 18, from what I've seen so far, he's a good little lacrosse player. He does his job very well. As you see him up top, he's going to try and find a passive zone. He's going to give it over to 24, I think that is. 21, my bad.
So Ian Foley. I haven't seen as much of him on this game.
As ball down, off Chalfie's helmet.
That wasn't Foley, that was Hollis.
Nico Smith has possession, I think. We're going to call him 18 just to be sure. I don't want to give. I don't want to give a
poor number 18's parents will be at home.
I don't think number 8 has seen the field yet. So
no, he did. We had Foley was out a little earlier.
Oh no, number 8 for Mansfield.
8 for Mansfield.
I don't think he's seen the field yet. So it's probably him. As we're gonna look, 33, no good. Mansfield retains the possession.
Wide right of the net.
As Mansfield retains the ball. Want to slow him down here. Gaffney playing on 34.
Great job by Gaffney. Gaffney, one of the bigger, more physical defenders we have, and he has been a mainstay.
As he's going to force it out of bounds, Foxborough takes over. We're going to see Tony, Keneally, and Cotter enter the game. The attacks, same as always. Taft, Moore, and Sacchetti. Defense, the pulls at least on the defense, same as always, with Gene, Sullivan, and Gaffney as a dash going to take it all the way up to the 35. Zooms it over to Sullivan. A dash going to stay back just in case, but he's gonna take it. Sacchetti. Oh, he takes a shot. A dash needs to get back. It's number 17, who's made a lot of good plays. I think his name is Coop, from what I'm hearing from the crowd.
You know, I'm going to come off of what you play earlier with Jack Taft, where he was spun around, and your observation was he jumped right back up and got in the play. And you know what? That's true of most of this team. I'll tell you, Lincoln Moore takes his shots right back in the play. Sacchetti, we just saw right there, takes a shot, jumps back up. They're not looking at the ref. They're not complaining. They're just focusing on playing. And if Foxborough just keeps that mentality, they seem to be building some good momentum and playing better each game.
I think that's exactly the truth, man. When you see lacrosse is a quick game, so you don't really have time to start complaining to the ref. You just got to get up, flush it down, and keep going. Mistakes happen, hits happen, but it's how you rebound. As Foxborough, they're taking hits. Mansfield's been very physical with the stick. Not even hits to the ground.
Clean,
hits.
Very clean.
They're clean but physical, which is what they want in a good lacrosse team, and they've played very well so far. 33 is going to get over to 11, who's going to try and find, if I'm assuming, he's going to try and find one of his main goal scorers, as 14 is going to take it over.
Number 18.
Net.
Oh, 13.
No good. Gene needs to get the ball. It's going to go to 12.
Am I missing something? Or are we not seeing number 18 out there as much right
No,
now?
I think number 18 is taking a little breather right now, if I had to guess.
But it's the same plays. If you see, they're crossing
Shoots.
in the middle.
Saved by Adesh.
Oh, flag.
Down.
It's going to be on Foxborough.
Oh, no.
Yeah, number 11 was knocked down out at the 25-yard line. I didn't see the actual hit. I saw him and saw the flag go up.
I saw Adesh's save. I didn't see the hit, so we're going to see what it is real quick. Hopefully the replay.
Yeah, it's gonna. Well, we're down a man. It's looking like it looks like Ryan Carter. We're down a man. You don't see that out of Ryan Carter very much.
Ryan Carter, he looks disappointed. And
yeah, he seems frustrated with it. And if the way Ryan plays, Ryan does not get penalties very often, if at all. So
Ryan Carter's an honest man. I would believe him. He said he didn't do it. We're not going to see the replay. So
he's innocent until proven guilty. Here we go. We're going to get a replay here real quick.
Replay. Carter.
Okay, he might have been a little bit on that one. He had the stick extended, but if it was below his shoulders, he's fine, which it was.
Score.
Quick score by Mansfield.
Number 18?
Well, not quick, but push it up 5-3.
I think it was 18 again.
With about 8.5 left. 13 and 18. I was getting confused with.
Let's take a look. I think it was 18. We're going to probably see the replay. Nothing
at the top.
There's nothing better than hearing replay after a Foxborough goal. But when you hear replay,
right,
when you hear that after a Mansfield goal, it does not feel great as.
So let's see. We're coming in.
Oh, dear. What a shocker.
Back up top, and he just too much room to set and wind. Number 18 at the top. They're giving a little too much space, it seems like. He was able to take the giant step and a leap.
Fly straight into 10's possession. He's going to give it over to 33 to over to 12, who stands at X. Shaden Jean going to give him some pressure. Over to 34, pressured by Gaffney. Gaffney's played very good so far. He's made a lot of key plays, forcing one of them out of bounds earlier in the quarter.
So Hollis has the man. He's got the hot. Following him on the outside, the ex-soccer player. Keep you some distance, and
him and Flaherty have been great additions as first-year seniors. You could never tell they're first-year seniors with the play they play. They play very physical. They play very fast, and it's a quick burst this Foxborough team needs, especially for the defensive side of the ball.
And I'll tell you, I saw Ryan Flaherty take the biggest hit I've ever seen in lacrosse at the Dighton-Rehoboth game, and talk about jumping back up and getting in the play. He got upended.
And Sullivan's going to take possession, going to give it over to Adesh, bounces into his stick. He stands at X. He's going to go in front. He's going to take the middle of the field. Going to love using his speed here. He's going to give it over to Sulham. Sulham wants the pass. Not going to do it. 3 defenders. Gets through. Over to Waller. Ball down. Has possession. To Sully. To Sulham. To Sully.
I'd say one of the most improved players this year has been Aiden Waller.
I 100% agree.
He has really he's a more controlled game. He's very focused, and he seems to have good field awareness going. I mean, he's always been a good player. It's just he just seems far more consistent this year, and it's great to see, especially where he has another year left.
Score! Ryan
Carter.
The penalty earlier led to the goal for Mansfield. However, Carter says, hey, I messed up. I'm going to make the most opportunity. And that's his first goal of the game. And the first non-Lincoln Moore goal of the game goes to Ryan Carter.
According to my friend, Mr. Daly, I'm an honest man.
I may never tell a lie. I may tell a lie here or there, but I'm always going to get you a goal.
Here or there, just when I need to.
He had 4 goals the other game, I think, versus.
So now we got Ian Foley's going to take the face off, it looks like.
He is.
So let's see here.
And again, I want to say this many times as I can. Brady McKay has been fabulous for the Warriors.
As a
freshman, it's all you can get.
Absolutely.
But number 18 has shown great ability to play. And not to mention, when he plays Fogo, he uses his stick.
He keeps his stick, you're right. So he's probably destroying the head on the sticks. So,
I mean, he's
outside.
How much?
So I think the thing with and you got to look at all angles. I guess if you look at it as a coach, Braden McKay being a freshman and really doing such a great job this year, it's a learning opportunity when you're playing against someone who, like you said, is a specialist in the Fogo that's probably had one-on-one training.
And this Warrior team has been so lucky to have as good as freshmen as they do.
Absolutely.
Chalfie, Cheridana, Taft, McKay.
Oh!
Helmet's off.
Number 12 earned that one.
He did. Helmet flies off in the net.
Yeah, no, there is a strong freshman class coming up for sure. You got Jackson Bolin, you've got Joe Lombardi. I mean, Joe McKinney. I mean, you've got a whole, and I'll forget some of them. I apologize, but a good, strong class, especially after such a light sophomore class, which I think my son's the only one left.
Is he the only one left?
I think so, because Cam Deleski has gone back over to football. Evan Flaherty did not come back this year, so I think that puts him as the only sophomore.
I'm actually surprised by that. There was a lot of good players in that class. Like Deleski was a good.
Well, you know what happened was it was the COVID year when football got pushed into the spring.
Oh no!
Ball's loose. Sacchetti fighting for it. Nice job, ball, staying on it.
Exactly. That's how
Lincoln Moore coming in. Sullivan just kind of keeping the ball. Sacchetti.
Sacchetti's going to take control.
Good job on both sides staying after that ball. Rolls it out to Sullivan.
He's going to give it to Taft.
Bring it down to Taft. Back up to Sacchetti up top.
To Solham.
Solham. I'll get it right by the end of the game.
That's going to give it to Moore. Moore wants another. Will he take it? He won't.
They're double teaming Moore now.
Solham. It's Solham.
Now I've got you.
S-U-L.
Now I've ruined
BTB.
you. Oh, BTB. Solham getting his first of the year. Solham getting his first of the year. Great to see him back and having success right away.
Tony Solham, welcome home. How do you like him now? We've missed you. He's hyped. The Warriors, will that give him a little bit of a burst?
Now he's almost caught up to Lincoln Moore in goals.
I wouldn't say that. If he can
Look at this series coming in a spectacular fashion, too, with the B2B for the first goal of the season for Tony.
Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to. Thank God they can't do a replay down there because it looked like he was a little bit in the crease. But you know what?
No, I disagree.
A goal's a goal.
I don't know what you were watching.
Oh, sorry. I was watching the other side of the field. If he was in the crease, though, he definitely wasn't. But if he was, they didn't see it. As number 33 going to take it over to 12. 12, even after getting his helmet popped off, still comes back. A lot of tough kids on this field today.
Absolutely. And both offenses, they're taking their time. They're not forcing what isn't there, moving the ball around. That's why we're looking at a 6-5 game so far with just under 5 minutes left in the half here at the home of the Warriors.
Now, my score prediction for the game was 6-5, and they've blown it out of the water.
Well, you're wrong. There goes your prediction.
There goes my prediction in the worst way possible. 7-5.
7-5.
Goal number 5 for number 18. This has to be Nico Smith.
This is a back and forth.
This has to be Nico Smith. There's no way it's not.
It must.
As we're going to get the replay.
Him and Lincoln Moore putting on an absolute clinic today for the folks.
They are tied today. If this is
Take
Nico
a look.
Smith.
We got a quick replay here. Just being allowed to wind up a little too far out every time. They can close that gap on the wind-ups.
He's a smaller kid, too, so he's more low to the ground, so he doesn't really.
That's the second one he's bounced in front of the net. Now, at first, I thought it was accidental. Now you kind of wonder if that's.
As Fox are going to go early, they're going to take possession. As number 18 is going to come off the field. In comes number 11, as they're going to play it from around the 50 over to 33, who's going to look for 12. Gene trying to get in the middle of it, misses it by a little bit. He's going to give it over to 34, to 13, to 21.
So we got Nika Charadonna on
As
defense.
he's tripped down.
It looked like a trip. The leg was
too high.
The leg was stuck out.
Is that a tripping call?
They didn't call it, but he did. The leg was extended by number 33, and Nico didn't even see him and took his legs out.
Nico knows a thing or two about tripping, as he was a part of this year's hockey team. Hawk honorable mention, underclassman of the year, stud. He was very good. He's shown very good athletic abilities. He's going to play great defense there. Mansfield takes another shot. No good.
It was interesting to see because I coached Nico during the youth years, and to see him come in and take to the long pole, and he's done a great job with it. He seems to really enjoy playing with the long pole.
I will say the one thing about this freshman class is they're undersized, really in height-wise. A lot of them are under the shorter side, but they're only freshmen. They have plenty of time to grow.
All right, these are the growing years.
I missed mine.
Yeah, they didn't have it.
Oh, great play by Charadonna. As Foley's going to get it. Number 11 going to play with – trips him up. Double prizes.
Nice job.
Foley going to keep with his speed.
Ian Foley
He's going.
Blasting downfield.
Going to give it over to Moore.
Taft in front of the net. Sacchetti sliding down to the left side, going for goal line extension.
As Solham back on the field.
Working toward X.
Him and Keneally He's going to give it to Keneally.
Aiden
Waller comes in instead
number
of
11.
him. The real main middies for this year have been, well, now it's Selham. But you also have had Keneally, Waller. You've seen a lot of Ian Foley. Ian Foley going to be kind of more defensively now that with Selham back. Ryan Cotter, of course. As you're going to see, Sacchetti.
Sacchetti not
To
seeing
Taft.
it. To Taft right down the middle. Jack Taft sitting out front. Great pass by Moore. And Taft with a beautiful shot.
Lincoln Moore, 4th point of the game, but Jack Taft, first goal of the game. Foxborough continues to fight 6-7. Lucky numbers here in Foxborough as the Warriors put it within one score.
Let's take a look. If he has Sacchetti double teamed, so he puts it back to X. Lincoln Moore looks, surveys. Second option, Jack Taft right down the middle. Jack able to take a big step. And you can see when these shots come off, if you're watching the shooter, if they're standing kind of flat-footed, the shots, but these guys are taking, especially number 18, they're taking that first big step in the windup.
It's going to go early. Foxborough ball. Huge face-off win. And it didn't even
Aiden McKay with the win.
There you go, BK.
There we go.
B. McKay, first win.
Tony bringing it down. 7-6 game. This has been just a ping-pong back-and-forth battle. It's a great game to watch so far. Both teams being patient, waiting and setting up their opportunities. Sullivan back already making a difference for this team.
Cotter.
You can see the leadership and just the
to Selham.
the abilities he brings.
They want to tie this game up.
Taft once again just sitting in front of the net, moving around, waiting for some positioning. Ryan Cotter on the outside, bringing it back to X to Lincoln Moore. Sacchetti standing up by the crease. Lincoln Moore looking to penetrate. Getting double teamed once again. Over to Selham. Selham with the nice Selham.
Oh, I think he got ripped.
I thought it was a fake. I didn't even see the ball. He got picked off right after it came out of the stick.
1:55 to go. Over to Cotter.
Oh, Cotter knocks it down, but
can he get it?
Oh, way to stay with it. He's trying to get it over to Lincoln Moore. Ball is still loose. Down ball. Ryan Cotter.
As they're going to blow the
That's going to be a timeout. Or is it just timeout for Mansfield?
I think it's timeout Mansfield because they have possession.
Yep, they have possession.
Oh. 7-6. Mansfield leads. Second timeout. First timeout called by the Hornets. Second in total for the game. Foxborough it's been a dogfight. It's a touchdown. Each team have put in a touchdown. Foxborough has missed the extra point. Hopefully they can get their extra point to put it 7 apiece. I always have to talk about football. Especially when it's these two teams.
It's been a long day. I wasn't following you for a second, but then I caught up. I'm not as sharp as Mr. Campbell, who you had in here last week.
Mr. Campbell, Mr. Campbell, his first game was last week, but he had work today. So this is what happened.
Well, what's more important?
Well, exactly. That's what I said. So here's what happened. My dear friend, Mr. McCabe, was outside. He's like, hey, is anyone with you? I was like, no. And he's like, go see if Mr. Waller can help us out. So I asked, he's like, I'll do the camera. He's like, I won't be on the mic. He's like, and I was like, well, so he's like,
Jeff had a nice seat picked out for himself down there too.
I know he did. And I came over. I said, we need you. And he's like, okay.
And then, by the way, he did not miss a game volunteering last season. So appreciate him stepping in today.
Can he get an award? Can you get a plaque at the end of the year?
You get an attaboy. It's called an attaboy.
Attaboy?
Yeah, a little pat on the back. Thanks, buddy.
Maybe a hug, depending how we feel that day. We really appreciate you.
And we've got Mr. Taft, Ryan Taft on the far left camera, and we got Mr. Zach Bolin on the other camera.
I think this is Mr. Taft's first appearance, first time helping.
Yeah, hopefully it's okay camera work over there.
That's probably fine. As Mansfield's gonna have possession.
Mansfield with possession behind the net, moving around. Gaffney and Jaden Jean. Long poles and back. The 21 looking, number 18.
Shoots.
In front
Saved
of the
by
net
Dash.
again.
Gonna picked up by 34. A Dash, according to my calculations, so 4 saves. 14 gonna go for the goal. Shoots, scores.
Oh, and in the flag. So let's see what the call is here.
It's gonna be hit
Still
to the head.
Still a goal. Okay.
It's gonna be hit to the head.
So I don't know if you've seen what I was seeing, but Ryan Flaherty was blanketing number 18, who we're assuming is Neagle Smith, but. Ryan Flaherty, maybe he's getting tasked with keeping up.
We're going to see the replay.
So let's take a look here.
So here's what's unfortunate about this, I think, is since you see Toffee hit him in the head, Is Chalfie going to be penalized? Because if he's penalized, that means the Warriors are going to be a man down. As I see Hollis running off. Yeah, Chalfie's going to be on the knee.
Yeah, so there's going to be a penalty assessed, so we're going to be down a man.
It's very unfortunate. As with the final minute 18, I think he'll probably be sitting out for the next minute.
8-6, yeah, I would say so. At least a minute. I would say it's a minute. I thought it was the hit to the head should be a minute.
I don't think it was intentional. I think it was an accidental hit to the head. So Foxborough a man down, especially with how good this Mansfield offense is, could be very tragic.
Look on the far right, wide open players. 33 winding up, taking their time, chewing up some clock here.
What I think Foxborough also needs to start doing in the second half. You got double 18. He's been there. You
can't give him this much space. That's one thing we've seen.
He's been the head of the snake all day long. You're going to see him get the ball. He's going to fling it over to 21, who wanted the shot. Back over to 18. Seconds. It's too high. It's going to be missed.
That's going to be a Foxborough ball with 38 seconds left on the clock.
Tommy Devlin tried to catch it. Couldn't.
Ian Foley's going to be bringing it in for the Warriors. 38 seconds. Foxborough behind 6-8 with Mansfield leading with an exciting, balanced first half.
If you're wondering who's behind Ian Foley, that's Tommy Devlin. I'm pretty sure he's going to be trying to make a video, assuming the Warriors can get the victory. Taking a little bit of a side quest with his big project he's working on.
Foxborough holding it in the backfield, moving it around, looking for some openings. We got Gaffney in the back. Adam Adesh is out of net on the far side.
Trying to be a potential extra outlet.
And
timeout?
Timeout, Foxborough.
Timeout. I think they're going to discuss this over, see what they want to do. 21 seconds left. Were they at full strength? I'm pretty sure Chalfie should be. If he hasn't stood up, if it's a minute, he should be setting up in the next 3 seconds.
It should be about 8 seconds left.
No,
it was a minute 14.
It was a minute 18.
Was it minute 18?
I think so. Minute 18 for number 14. I think that's what it was.
Or maybe I just didn't pay close enough attention to the clock.
Oh, well. We all
But I appreciate you having my back.
I'm just trying to.
You're a good man.
I try to be.
So this is the Mansfield-Foxborough rivalry continues. This has been what a back and forth. It looked like in the beginning, Mansfield coming out with 2 quick goals, Carter, to kind of make Warrior Nation here a little uneasy, but then Foxborough was able to settle down, come right back, and it's been Lincoln Moore and number 18, we think Nico Smith from Mansfield, just putting on an absolute offensive clinic with some great assists from both of the teams. So it's right now it's living up to the billing. It's been a great game. Great first half with 23 seconds left.
23 ticks on the clock. Foxborough should be close to getting Chalfie back we're getting an extra guy back if it was a minute, unless we miss someone coming back in. But at the moment I only see 5 offensive players.
Marco looks like he's going back to his position.
Is he?
Box. Yep.
He is going back to the box. However, it should be 5 more seconds.
So it looks like they got Keneally Sullivan's going to be ready to come in once the penalties. He's taking it over so he can come in and finish it up.
As Keneally is
So Tony Sulham with the ball on the far side. Lincoln Moore out front.
Keneally, could he be a potential outlet real quick? Tony Sulham swims.
Push it
out. Too far. 8 seconds left. Can they get a quick shot? Cotter.
The ball. Just go in and get the shot.
Man.
32-1. Oh, great save by Mansfield. Foxborough, nice job getting the ball off, but Mansfield able to do a quick save.
We have good news and bad news, Mr. McCabe.
Bad news first.
Foxborough's losing. Would you like the good news?
Yes, I would.
It's a great game so far. Both teams have showed up. 8-6. Mansfield leads. Foxborough's offense has been dynamic, along with Mansfield, with the 2 top scorers, Lincoln Moore and the number 18. I'm not going to guess names, but we all think we know who he is.
I think for me, Kara, is watching the last few games with Foxborough. They dominated Stoughton, Dighton, Rehoboth. They've really was team. It's those games are they're fun to watch for Foxborough fans. They don't really develop a team.
No,
this is the games where you develop your team, where you really start to settle in. You got to count on each other, and you have to have a game plan.
Yeah, exactly. For example, Thursday's game versus Stoughton, when you're winning 20-1, what are you going to learn? Oh, wow, the team we played wasn't that great. The only people who are really taking a lot from the game is the younger guys who are getting the action. But in a game like this, This is what Foxborough needs. They need a big win or a very tight, close game with a team that's going to be a top contender in their division. So when playoffs come around, it's like, hey, it was this close the second time. Let's watch the tape. Let's see what we can do better. And if we ever play them again, we can beat them. With this team, Foxborough looks like they can beat Mansfield as long as they tighten up the defense, especially number 15, who nets 5 first-half goals. As something I just noticed, 3 to 4 in the first quarter, 3 to 4 in the second quarter. Let's hopefully we can get a closer game. It's been a great one so far. I'm excited to see how this one ends. If anyone's wondering, here are the stats so far. Ryan Cotter nets a goal. Tony Sullivan nets a goal. Jack Taft nets a goal. And Lincoln Moore nets 3 goals so far. It's been a great one. We're going to take a little break. This is going to be a long halftime as we're going to talk to you. We'll see you in the 8 minutes. And take care. Welcome back to Foxborough as the Warriors and the Hornets are fighting. 8-6, Mansfield unfortunately leads. However, tight battle. Both teams have looked very good so far. An offensive showcase, especially from the 2 top goal scorers in the Hawk. We're guessing Nico Smith, number 18, we're assuming. Not only the Fogo, but their best scorer. He's notched 5 goals, tying him with Lincoln Moore, who has 3 goals in the first half. Adesh tallies 4 goals. Solham, Cotter, and Taft each also add goals. Big one for Solham as he's back from injury, and he's played very well, finally settling in as we're here for the second half of Lacrosse. Hopefully Fox can get a big face-off win.
McKay
And he
wins the face-off. Nice job, Braden.
Oh, it's still out.
Well up, Nico. Try to scoop it up.
Get it. No, it's still down.
Oh, still down.
So can he get it?
Ball's loose. Loose ball. These are the most important aspect of the game is getting these loose balls.
You win the game with face-offs.
Face-offs and loose balls.
It's going to be Sacchetti.
So I'm gonna go back to a point you had put up earlier. So number 18 goes out. He does the face-off. So generally when you have a Fogo, as you said before, for those at home, face-off, get-off, they go back and they switch out the sticks because the heads are different on the sticks. The stick for face-offs tends to be more flexible. Number 18 seems to keep the same stick in hand. So let's see if...
Can we check his stick? Let's make sure it's legal. Yeah. If it's illegal, that might explain these 5.
You think, right?
If those are legal, that's 5 goals we're knocking off. It's gonna be caught by the
Jack Taft right in front of the net, just little high ball.
I think the goalie picked it off in between. It's gonna go. It's gonna be a little bit dark.
Ryan Cotter. Oh, almost gets to the ball.
And
Ryan Cotter stays with it, and the ball comes out right over to Tony Sulham.
Looking like his dad back in the day.
Spinning off, getting up
the ball. Looked like his dad playing defensive back in the day.
Oh yeah, you saw tape. You checked tape on Cotter.
I've seen the film.
Check tape on Donnie, or we just listened to his stories?
No, I'm watching the film. I was listening to Jack Ryanelli's stories.
Nice.
He's talking about him. It's unfortunate he never played football. Ryan, at least. Speaking of Ryan, he's on the field. He's one of the attack. Actually, no, he's not. Is he on the field? He is.
He was. Yeah, he is. On the far side.
He is. He's one of the attack. He's one of the middies, along with Sullivan Keneally and
number 24 on the far side.
And Aiden Waller, who's checked in for
Jack Taft has come off of the heat. Generally, Jack tends to play the right attack, and he's been playing center attack up the middle here. Doing a great job. Trying to get opportunities, get the ball in hand.
Shoots.
Oh, Sacchetti trying to just drop it in over the
Taft,
top. Great
he has
job.
The ball.
Jack Taft on the ball. Jack having a great, quiet game so far.
He's been very good offensively.
Gets it over to Sacchetti. Sacchetti able to handle it, even though he lost his footing.
It's going to go to Cotter.
You have Ryan Cotter trying to come up the middle. Takes a big hit.
Also has lost footing
there. Takes a big hit.
Foxborough needs to get the ball back. They won't. 24. That's Boderi, I believe, going to take over. Going to go over to 40, who's already notched the goal.
Lincoln Moore 18. Coming back to help out. Lincoln Moore, who generally stays on attack, coming back downfield.
That's going to be scooped up by Gaffney.
So ball Gaffney, down. Ball comes out.
Spin move.
Gaff just feet
over to 18. Got to close out. 18. Wait, no.
Oh,
no good.
Great job by Dash.
Are they going to give it to him?
Get that. That's a Foxborough ball.
That's
Mansfield, number 34, was in the right position but lost his footing, and Dash got ahead of him.
I don't think
that ball went out of bounds.
I don't think he lost his footing. I think he dove for it.
Oh, is that what? Okay.
He went full throttle. I think Dash was there, though.
So for those at home, if you take a shot on net and the ball goes out of bounds on the back end, the first player to the ball, that team gets possession before it goes out of bounds. So if a dash was closest to the ball before it went out of bounds, that would have been a Foxborough ball, and that's how that's called.
34. I think they called him Andrew down below. She takes a shot. No
so
good.
Now, for instance here, number 34 is at X. No one's there challenging. They get the ball back. However, if, say, James Gaffney, number 9 for Foxborough, was down there, Foxborough would now have possession of that ball.
That's going to go to a dash, so no harm, no foul. But here's the thing I will say, though. You saw Andrew, apparently, 34, dive. I still think a dash beat him to it.
I thought so, too.
It's going to go to Gene.
I thought he lost his footing.
Gene doesn't want to cross. He's going to give it to Cotter. Cotter playing offensively. He's one of the middies with Selham and Sullivan.
So if you look now, Jack Taft, number 15, is at X, which is a very important position for the fact I just discussed.
Sacchetti trying to get open.
Some hard defense on Sacchetti.
They've been clamping him down all day.
Back up to Tony Selham.
Selham wants a shot.
Selham winding up, but thought better of it. Didn't see the open path. So very smart decision to maintain the possession.
Tony
Selham. Be patient.
Tony Selham coming back from injury.
Really looking. His footwork is great. He's been spinning and juking around.
That explains why he's going to be explains his success in football.
Once again trying to get some penetration.
It's going to go
over to Cotter in the middle. Cotter, the ball's loose now, and it's just a sea of green shirts around him.
And it's going to go to Keneally.
Keneally Sullivan was able to get in there and get that ball.
Selham was open in the middle. He saw he couldn't get the ball quick enough.
So Lincoln Moore up top, number 22.
Oh,
the ball
down.
Comes out of his stick.
Oh.
Uncharacteristic mistake on Lincoln Moore's end.
Lincoln Moore not going to close out yet as he's going to go over to 34.
You see the frustration on Lincoln. He has nothing to be frustrated about in this game.
21. So. Lincoln Moore, great first half. Tallied 3 goals and assist. As you're going to see number 30.
So we're down to about 7 minutes of the third quarter here. It's at 8-6. No score so far in this third quarter. Just the defense is really applying pressure on both offenses.
Number 20 holds possession. He's going to try. They're going to try. They're definitely going to try and go for a goal here. They're probably going to hit the golden goose.
Jaden Jean covering X right now, pushing him outside.
And
so now
20.
This is where they
shoots.
Nice
save by
Adesh. Great job by Adam Adesh.
What? Don't do that. Don't do that, Andrew.
Yeah, not a good idea, Andrew.
That's going to get it over to Foley. Foley going to get a little bit of offense here. He's kind of been more of a defensive midi since Selham's return, trying to see if they can get a little more even. He's going to look for Waller. He's going to hit him. Cotter comes off. Selham comes on. Sacchetti, Taft, and Moore behind. Is going to go over to Taft, who gives it to Lincoln, who's going to look. He's going to drive. He's going to shoot.
Lincoln Moore coming
He's
in.
not going to score, but Taft.
Jack Taft's going to get there first. That's a Foxborough ball.
What did they get to him?
How'd they call it Mansfield? Well, I will say the ref was right there, so maybe we didn't have the right angle.
No, we were right.
The ref was right on the end line, so you have to assume he could see it. And let the stick. Mansfield. Oh, we got a flag. We got multiple flags. That's not good.
Mansfield's going to have a free possession here.
That must have been something, some words exchanged or something.
Yeah, maybe someone, when they were flinging the sticks, maybe got a little hit to the helmet. So we have less than halfway.
So now we have Lincoln Moore coming off, looking like he's going to be serving a penalty.
I want to see the replay when we get the chance, because I think Taft beat him.
The only thing was the Mansfield player did extend their stick, and maybe that's what we couldn't see when he extended his stick. Jack Taft physically, his body looked like he was there. So you just wonder if the extension of the Mansfield player's stick.
So you always have to have the stick out. You can get as much leverage as you can.
The stick. So now we have it's like Lincoln Moore serving a penalty, so that Foxborough is going to be down one player.
Selham going to go down to attack, going to give him an extra threat and offense with Lincoln's absence. As Foxborough, for however long this penalty is going to be, they got to play locked on defense. You're a man down, and number 18, don't let him get open. It's John Hollis, who's probably got a little bit more speed than Flaherty, is going to play on him.
Yeah, well, that's what they've been doing. They've been between Flaherty and Hollis, they're having the two speed guys cover him and putting pressure on, and they've kept him outside.
Ball down.
Ball up. Let's go, Cheradona. Nico, stay on that ball.
Go get it. Get it, Cheradona.
There we go, Nico.
He's got it.
All right, Nico, Cheradona bringing it upfield.
Oh, no.
Oh,
he's tipped.
Just tipped as the ball was coming out. Nice job on the Mansfield side.
Got to get back.
So now we need, they're advancing. Well, Foxborough is not quite set up.
Hollis.
Oh, and just Mansfield able to capitalize and catch Foxborough out of position and not ready.
Unfortunate, because I will say, John Hollis. Wait. Oh, wait a minute.
No, they're going back to the middle of the field here.
Did they count it?
Yeah, they're setting up at the middle.
Okay, because no one. It was very anticlimactic.
Yeah, kind of was with you. Yeah.
If we see the replay, I will say John Hollis, excellent defense.
Right,
he was on top of him.
Unfortunately, our middies were caught out of position.
High. Number 18 going to keep possession. Who was the goal scorer for Mansfield? Was it 18?
I couldn't see. They were on the far right.
It was very
balls,
far.
So it actually happened pretty quick, unfortunately. So Mansfield now slowing it down. Everyone's in position. And thankfully the fans are helping call offsides, but there really wasn't offsides.
It's going to be John Hollis. He's going to have the ball. Not his first goal in Thursday's game. He's going to get it over to Sacchetti. Two guys fall. That's turf burn.
Oh, ball comes loose off of Lincoln Moore's stick. Lincoln Moore battling. Two Mansfield players for the ball in the back. Almost feels like a good time for a timeout, but settle Foxborough down.
24 is going to look. Long ball, out of bounds. Mansfield ball.
So for those at home, it's
they gave it to Mansfield.
9-6 Mansfield in the lead with under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Right now, it seems momentum's on Mansfield's side. Foxborough just needs to calm down, get back to what they've been doing all game. A couple quick goals, and it's still a game here.
Okay, I'm a liar. It is Foxborough ball. I saw the ref's arms go the other way.
And looks like
I think he's just placing them.
Tony Selham bringing the ball up on the far right-hand side. Looks like he's going to look for Taft. He's looking at Taft, but not sure what he's going to do yet. He's got a one-on-one opportunity here, so he's going to wait and be patient.
A player who's been very quiet today, Sacchetti, hasn't really been able to get a shot off. He's been playing. He's been tight net defense against him. So
always a dangerous player, though. So
always he can
ball. Jack Taft was unable to control the ball, and it went out of bounds. Ball's going to be coming back to Mansfield possession. Foxborough right now looking a little sloppy. They got to get them settled down. Oh. Came up too high. Keneally coming up a little too high with his stick. You got to extend. You can't push up.
Foxborough has been less disciplined than Mansfield. Mansfield's yet to serve a penalty. This is Foxborough's third serve penalty so far. I think
Foxborough needs to settle down right now, Carter.
I think they're in need of a timeout. I think they need a stern talking to from Coach Keefe. Hey, you guys are in this game, so let's slow it down. Let's not play sloppy. Let's play Foxborough Lacrosse, and let's get back into this game. It's only a 3-goal game. Foxborough's been able to get a lot of great goals so far. Got to play their own game. You have 15 minutes of play left. Slow it down. When they get this ball back, let's see if they can call a timeout, calm everyone down, and let's get a comeback on.
So Mansfield coming out from X, moving the ball outside. Again, Foxborough serving a penalty.
Or not.
Foxborough a man down and gives up a goal. 10-6. So what was once a quarter with no goals scored, Mansfield has now come in and scored multiple goals. They've got 2 goals on it. And
were they man down?
On their side.
Was Foxborough a man down for both?
Yes, Foxborough was a man down for both.
That's the problem we're seeing right now. You got to be more disciplined. You can't be down a man on 2 goals, especially in a game as close as this. From a game that was 6-8, it's now 6-10. That's a huge, huge difference, especially with a team like Mansfield that's been able to blow it up at any point. As he's going to win the faceoff. Didn't have to scoop. The ball just ended up in his stick somehow.
So Mansfield once again on the offense, moving the ball with possession.
As McKay's going to
21 out at X.
McKay's going to play.
McKay staying on the field this time.
Faceoff stay on.
And quick shot and
no good.
Dog saved by Adesh.
As McKay's going
almost looked like it rolled in, but just tough from this
no.
angle. So ball's
Taft,
coming
get
out.
it. Taft, no.
We can't throw the ball up like that. Now Mansfield again has possession, is on attack. Mansfield with momentum right now. So Janie's going to get that. It's going to be so in this instance that was not a shot on net. So it's Foxborough's ball. So if it's a shot on net, it goes out of bounds.
Even if it was a shot on net, I think Foxborough would have been there first.
Right, but just more for explanation for people at home. that if you do a pass and it goes out of bounds, an incomplete pass becomes possession for the other team.
Good block from Gaffney.
So Sacchetti on the far right here going to goal line extension with Jack Taft at X, and we have a whistle. We have offsides. Do we have offsides?
Which is fascinating because I think 34 went offsides. He went around to come back on. They didn't call it, though. So it must have been offsides. That's very unfortunate. Taft.
So once again, momentum is in Mansfield's court right now. Foxborough just looking a little disjointed and out of sync. For the first time this game, they've been playing great. Nico Charadonna with the change of possession, bringing it upfield with a little bit of space. Chooses to settle in, let his offense get set up, and move the ball around. Nico will be coming off now. And Keneally Sullivan's going to come in on his place. I believe, no, take that back, Tony Solham.
We're seeing more Ian Foley play a little bit more offense in the second half as he's going to be on the offensive
side.
Tapped
over to Lincoln Moore. Lincoln Moore trying to penetrate.
Down,
Lincoln Moore with another score on the day. Lincoln driving up the middle, able to fend off the defenders and get a beautiful shot on net. Sitting at a 10-7 game now with a minute 20 left in the third quarter.
That's a huge Foxborough goal. Lincoln Moore tallies his 4th of the game and 36th of the season. It's been a great game for Foxborough and Mansfield. You know, so we're going to see the replay.
Let's take a look at this one again. So Taft up to Lincoln Moore at the top. He's going to battle through right here. Now watch, player comes down and he switches over to the left. Takes a nice shot coming off the left.
As Mansfield holds possession up to 14, low, but shot on net. Mansfield's there first.
So now Foxborough is set up in position. Players are covered, so now you can see number 18 being shadowed completely. I can't see who that is for Foxborough. I'm assuming it's either Hollis or Flaherty who's been doing that. So
Flaherty down.
Hollis. So Hollis is shadowing number 18, giving him zero space, doing a great job.
It's what they need. They can't let him get open goals again because that's what killed him in the first half.
Right, and look at Hollis just sticking to him. It's great
Ball
job.
high in the air.
And then you've got
14
Flaherty
somehow.
doing as well.
33 comes out with it.
30 coming out and just able to carve through the middle of the Foxborough's defense. Foxborough right now just needs to get out of this quarter and regroup.
They need a timeout. They need to slow down. It's been nothing but Mansfield dominance in this second quarter.
It's 11-7 with 32 seconds left in the third quarter, and Foxborough right now on their heels a bit. Couple turns of the screw, a couple easy fixes can get them back in this game, but they need to keep a calm head, get out of this without another score, and start the fourth quarter fresh.
I think they're, with 32 seconds left, let's see if you can muster a quick face-off win. But if
Brandon McKay just grinding and saying a hold, and it's going to go for Mansfield. The calls just are not calls have been for Mansfield. I don't want to say in favor because they're what the calls are, but right now Foxborough is just making too many mistakes.
One.
So James Gaffney with the ball,
give it to your guy,
moving it upfield,
bounces it over. Is Taft going to get
Jack
there?
Taft.
He won't. It's
and
a little
now
bit
we're going to lose
reach.
possession once again. So right now in a play like that, from my money, Carter, I wouldn't be tossing long stretch passes like that because the chance of losing possession is too great. And right now we're seeing what happens when you maintain possession, as Mansfield's been doing.
Oh, ball down.
So ball down and just
ball down.
James Gaffney able to get in there, but Mansfield's coming up with it.
Now, I'm not a fan of the long passes too, but at that point, 30 seconds, it's not as much as they're trying to get a goal, it's also trying to let Mansfield, the more you keep it, if you lose the ball and Mansfield has in territory with 20 seconds left, that also knocks 10 seconds off the clock for what they're able to do. So it kind of helped them chew the clock and also got them to the end of the quarter, which is what they need. They need a quick refresh. So if anyone's wondering, 11-7, Mansfield leads. It's been a tight battle. Mansfield took a little bit of a step forward in the third quarter. Only one goal for the Warriors, and it was by number 22, Lincoln Moore. And hopefully we can get a Warriors need to mount a comeback in this quarter in this Davenport matchup. For those keeping track, Lincoln Moore now tallies 36 goals in 10 games.
Yes, Lincoln Moore just he got a little quiet for a bit there, but just came out with a big shot on net. So Foxborough, just a tough third quarter for Foxborough. Actually, the second half of the third quarter. I don't want to say the whole third quarter. they just seem to, the wheels came off a little bit. So let's just, hopefully they settle down. We need a couple quick responses here, and they're back in this game.
I completely agree. And I think what I like what they're doing with 10, with the 18, kind of felt like almost a non-factor.
Flaherty's been just covering him and doing a fantastic job. So if you watch shadowing, and then they've had Hollis. It was Hollis, excuse me.
It was Hollis.
Hollis was covering, and Flaherty was covering, I want to say it was 34 or one of the other numbers. So what they're doing is using their ex-soccer players with great footwork and speed, just covering these guys who have been, peppering the net all game. And it seems to have to shift to other players. And, Foxborough, Mansfield did adjust, but I do like what Foxborough is doing with that.
I completely agree. I think it was I think they've been great additions to this team, especially for players for games like this, where you need that quick guy who has great footwork just to hack and hack and hack. Because they're also very smart individuals, so they know when to make the right plays. They know when to stop. They know all this stuff. They're very mentally smart in all the sports they play, which makes it way easier for games like this. When you can just throw them anywhere and they can help make the plays.
It's just common sense. If you don't give these guys the space to set up for their shots, they're not going to be able to get the shot off. So
one of the unfortunate parts of today's game has been the face-offs. No disrespect to Brady McKay for what he's done as a freshman, but like you see right there, number 18 has just been shown to be very good. It's going to take the shot. Goal!
That is not how he wanted to come out in the fourth quarter, but looking at it from a spectator and a fan's point of view, that was perfectly executed. So hats off to Mansfield on that one. This shows the importance of face-offs in a game.
As we're going to see the replay.
So let's take a look at this again. So you watch.
Straight off
wins the face-off. Pass, right up the middle. Foxborough was almost not even ready here. And Adam Adesh is ready, but the defense, there was a clear lane right to the goal. And number 18 of the Mansfield able to take advantage and notch his, what was that for him on the game?
Double hat trick. That's 6.
That is 6 goals. Having an outstanding game for Mansfield.
I think that was his first or second half.
On face-offs and on offense.
Foxborough needs to just get a quick goal right now, or else they're going to be in trouble for the long haul. That was only first 30 seconds, so, it's plenty of fourth quarter left. Foxborough has been able to play good defense on their guys. It's going to take a shot. No good. Mansfield starting to pile it on here in the fourth.
It is not good.
We're going to see the replay. It's very unfortunate. Just 33 on 1 foot.
Coming
right
up.
past Adesh's head. Foxborough has not come out flat, but they've been kind of flat ever since they got those double penalties in the third quarter. They didn't come out with half flat, but ever since those penalties, they kind of been getting frustrated. And the one thing we were saying that they've been so good at not doing over this 4-game winning streak, playing comfortable. But the minute I feel like they got uncomfortable in this game, they kind of started lashing out, which I think is what really has been affecting them so far. So I think in this final 11 minutes, you got to calm down. You got to play tight defense. You just got to make some plays.
I agree. If you start letting the frustration get to you with this ball.
Too high.
It's great attempt.
Over
Foxborough
to
right now. Jack Tapp.
Great shot.
Pass from Lincoln Moore with the assist. Over to Jack Taft, finding the upper right-hand corner of the net. Beautiful goal.
That was beautifully executed.
Foxborough notching a first goal in quite a while after Lincoln Moore's. So prior to these two, it's been since the half, actually.
Lincoln Moore, you're going to see off the bounce high. Lincoln does a little bit of a spin move, hits it off the back. Jack Taft, spin move. Shink.
Great awareness for Taft. Great job.
Now, Jack Taft. That's the one thing he's really been struggling with is when he gets the ball at the crease, he hasn't been really a lot of times. He can't haul it in because it's so new. It's way more physical than it is when you're younger. Right. But he's getting used to that. He's gelling into it, and like you've seen him twice today. He catches off the crease and hits the shot. And that's
as a freshman, he's got 3 more years ahead of him, and to see him already being so effective on this offensive attack is just nothing but good news for the Warriors.
It's the passing of the guard.
Here we go once again. We got Flaherty covering number 13, doing a great job of just shadowing, sticking to him.
Shoots high.
Saved by Adesh. So who's that
Oh,
going to?
Foxborough ball.
Foxborough ball. Here we go.
Great play by Jaden
This is
Jean.
what Foxborough needs. A couple more of those. A couple more calls to go their way.
And a couple more attack.
Take advantage of them.
I want to see a John Sacchetti goal. He's been very
Ian
quiet
Foley
in this game.
Making his way up.
To
Nice
Sullivan.
Easy pass to Sullivan. Sullivan's got a little room. He's going to move it over to
To
Sacchetti.
Sacchetti.
Sacchetti, who
Shoot
wants
it.
that net.
Too high.
So we got Lincoln Moore there to maintain possession for the Warriors. So Sacchetti, as always, just grinding, but just having trouble finding the net
Moore.
today.
He's playing.
And Lincoln Moore just
No good.
battling. Able to get the shot off, but no luck finding the net. Sacchetti back at X, able to maintain possession for the Warriors. He's going to bring it back out. Great offensive front so far right now for Foxborough. They can come away with a goal here.
Shoots no
Be
good.
a big deal.
Foxborough,
So Tony Sullivan in the
9:30 to
back.
go, 9:28 to be exact. Mansfield leads 13-8, led by what we're assuming Nico Smith, 6 goals, a double hat trick as Sulham's going to spin.
Tony
past
Sullivan
30.
showing great footwork into the front. Pass,
Good!
hit in the back,
Yeah!
and still a goal by Keneally Sullivan.
Sulham, second assist. Keneally, first goal. It's back within 4
That was
with
a great-
9:19 left in the
What a great
fourth.
goal by Keneally. He took a shot to the back and maintained his composure and still got the shot off.
Foxborough's
Fantastic
playing
shot.
quick.
Let's take a look at this again. Watch Tony's footwork. He's been doing this all game, just coming around quick.
Beautiful.
Taylor, now watch. He takes a hit and gets. So that's why he wasn't called in the crease, because he was pushed into it. He didn't step in.
The next door neighbors connect for Tony's third point of the game, Sully's first goal of the game.
Okay, so we got balls on the ground here. We got a ball. Who's coming up with it? Looks like
Oh, it's Taft!
Taft.
Go, yes!
Finds the back of the net.
Taft's got a hat
Closing the
trick!
gap, 13-10, just like that. Foxborough finding their footing and getting back in this game with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
I was just saying how they lost their mojo. Foxborough looks to come back with 9:07 to go. Beautiful execution from the Warriors.
Fantastic.
3 quick goals.
And you know what? They're spreading it around now. It was all Lincoln Moore in the first half, and right now we're seeing Taft. That's number 3 for Taft on the game.
That's 18. Foxborough needs to
18
put
coming
defense.
down, unfortunately in front.
Saved by a dash.
Saved by Adam Adesh.
He's got Sullivan.
No defense in the front. We can't leave it wide open like that. Thankfully, Adesh comes up with the big save.
It's going to go
John
to
Sacchetti with
Sacchetti.
the ball. John Sacchetti trying to make his way. He's going to settle down and allow them to get into formation here.
Taft catches it with one hand.
Taft at X, pushing the ball out to Tony Sulham.
Over to Sulham.
Tony using his footwork. Got Keneally Sullivan, Ryan Carter up top. Lincoln Moore now crossing in front of the net. And Fox were just getting into their positions.
Taft.
Jack
the hot
Taft.
hand.
Over to Sullivan. Sully Keneally making his way around.
Oh, bat it down. Keneally going to need to put some defense
Side.
now. Can't hit him in the head, Sully. Come on.
Now we need to tighten up the defense here. We cannot give them that middle lane right down to our goal. It's coming around and no pressure there.
21,
And
it's low,
they
it's
answer.
good.
Mansfield answers 14-10. Defense just needs to put the pressure on these shooters.
That's what they did so well in the first half of the third
They've
quarter.
gotten away from it. Now they're giving them these open looks, and Mansfield taking full advantage. They've got some shooters. Mansfield's also starting to spread that ball
As we're
around.
going to see from what was a first half one-sided affair, Mansfield is starting to spread the ball around as there's 21 who dishes into the net in between Adam's feet. I still feel
So
good, though.
Two fantastic teams.
Foxborough ball.
Just a little more consistency coming out of Mansfield today.
A little more consistency and a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? Well-taught, not well-taught, but
Discipline.
that's the word.
You're
They're very well-taught from 3 years with Coach Noon to now Coach Keefe, who's been
And
with the
Lincoln
system.
Moore in the back,
As he's
fighting
fighting.
for that ball. He got pushed out of bounds. What's the call? It looks like it's going to be Foxborough ball.
So he's going to give it over to Sulham. You want all the speed you can get getting around the net.
I wasn't quite sure what the call was going to be there because it looked like he did push Lincoln Moore out of bounds cleanly.
Hey, we'll take what we can
So
get.
what the call?
Tony pumps.
obviously my angle's not nearly.
Sacchetti
as-
shoots.
And Sacchetti tried to come up and
Save.
over. He's saved by Mansfield goalie, who hasn't got enough attention today, but both goalies have done a great job. There's been offensive pressure on both sides of the field all day, and both of these goalies have been in there with their
Sacchetti
sticks.
got to jump for that.
So this is where Foxborough needs to keep their pressure on. Great job there with Gaffney. Not a line foot. Now, the free run. We cannot give these lanes, Carter. We're giving these open looks, and they're taking advantage each and every time.
An explosive fourth quarter. Mansfield leads 15-10.
15-10. 7 minutes and 19 seconds left in the game. Foxborough showed signs of life, and Mansfield answered right back.
So
let's take a look again.
Replay.
So if you're watching, we're starting to see these open lanes. And Mansfield is just taking advantage of all of these open lanes, doing a great job to their credit. So right there, no one there to close that down and put pressure on him. And that's a communication. That's communication among the defense.
If Foxborough needs a faceoff win, it's right here, but they're not going to get it as number 18 going to keep possession. It's going to fly.
I almost feel like Foxborough's moved to a man-to-man style here on the defensive end, and they're struggling with it. I felt when they were playing more of a zone.
Shoots.
They were playing more of a zone in the first half. It seemed to be more effective against.
In my opinion, if you're going to play man-to-man, you got to play. You got to play.
You got to blanket.
You got to blanket, especially with 18, with how fast and with how fast and quick and how fast his
showing
shot
that he's
is.
not their only. He's far from their only weapon.
He is the most dangerous weapon, however.
For sure.
But here you go, like right there. You got to play blanket. You got to blanket. You got to.
So that's Hollis there.
I think they're in more of a zone right now.
And Marco, they're playing more of a zone and giving a little too much space, it seems.
You can't give them space. They work too well with all the space.
Absolutely.
Blanket. Go on them. They're going to listen to me, and they're going to get the ball.
Well, if you weren't up here in the booth, you'd be down in the coaching box.
No, not enough experience.
Feeding it to Ian Foley. Yeah, this is one of Ian's strengths, is bringing the ball upfield.
He's
got
also very
great
fast.
speed and tough as nails, and does not flinch when
Selham
the pressure comes on. Tony Sullivan
lowers his shoulder.
Lowering the shoulder, lowers the boom.
5.
That's the physicality you'll see out of Tony Sullivan. Lincoln Moore at X, looking out. It's got Sacchetti up top. Lincoln looking to put pressure to the net. Great job on the defense there, keeping the pressure.
Keneally.
Stick on. Oh!
Saved.
Big save by Mansfield. Big save.
Taft going to fly out.
Great effort for Taft chasing the ball down. Unfortunately, Mansfield's going to come up with it.
Taft, no fear of the turf monster.
Pushed him
Flies
out.
out of bounds.
Pushed him out. Oh, Foxborough sideline does not like that.
Mansfield coach knew it. He
Took
said,
a little late hit.
Coach went right in front of him. He said,
he
hey,
stopped
stay
it.
back.
Yep.
We're going to get a penalty.
I don't see any flags. It's just a timeout. So Mansfield called a timeout before he got pushed out of bounds. So we're sitting at 15-10. Mansfield leading with 5:27 left in the game. And Mansfield's showing that they're a very disciplined team throughout this entire game, where they've really been able to set up, be patient, set up their opportunities. And once these lanes started opening up, we're really seeing them put the gas on. And Foxborough, very strong team, but they're just showing when they've shown some inconsistencies. Unfortunately, this Mansfield team is right there to take advantage.
I completely agree. I think the number one thing I'm seeing from Foxborough is being undisciplined, and especially in the second half. 3 huge penalties that I think all 3 led to goals.
Yes, absolutely. Mansfield is, again, that's discipline. They saw their opportunities, they took advantage of them, and they were able to capitalize. And they're a very strong team, and I'm a little surprised at their standings the way they've played today, because the balance, consistency, and the amount of weapons they have on this team, they've been impressive. As has Foxborough. Foxborough's played a good game. They've just had some breakdowns here and there, and they're a young team. Got to remember, Foxborough's a young team. And just getting one of their leaders back, their seniors, Selham, he's showing some great flashes, and as this game's gone on, he's got stronger and stronger. So, great addition to have back, and Foxborough able to feed off of him a bit. So, let's see what they're able to do here in the last 5.5 minutes of this game, Carr.
I think what you especially want to see is just I want to see tough, disciplined. If you can start nagging some goals, maybe we'll start talking about a comeback. But with 5-10,
they need to keep their head in the game, show the consistency, show the discipline.
Weirder things have happened. Foxborough's will was tested only a couple weeks ago versus
That's Hollis, the former soccer player, applying the pressure and able to force a bad pass that went out of bounds, and now Foxborough has possession. Gaffney on the far side. So Gaffney pushing it up to Ian Foley. Ian Foley's going to push himself up the right-hand side, as we see him do. He's great at bringing that ball up.
He's going to take a spin.
Takes a hit and gets knocked off his feet. But Tony Sulham's there to capitalize and grab the ball. It's going to X, coming around, looking for Sacchetti, and just lost the ball off the top of his stick, and unfortunately Foxborough loses the possession.
I'm not saying Sacchetti could have got there, but I would love to see a little bit more effort from Sacchetti. From what you're seeing is like a lot of times, like that one's definitely over the head, but there was one earlier where Sacchetti could have got there. He couldn't have jumped. He didn't really do much. So I want to see a little more of that.
Saw him coming out, and Adam Adesh able to get his stick on the ball and push it up, but Adam is out of net. I don't like to see that. I like to see the goalie stay in the net, especially with the way Mansfield's been shooting today.
And ball
Ryan
down.
Cotter gets the ball, gets knocked out on Ryan, but he stays with it and able to get it back.
Use your speed. Ball down. Wait, no, that's a mouth guard.
Something happened. Yeah,
that was a mouth guard.
I thought he hit Cotter's
ball down
helmet,
again.
but no call. Ryan Cotter's taking shots left and right. We're finally going to get a whistle here. So up here, I thought there was a hit on the head where you see the yellow on. I don't know if that's a mouth guard.
Yeah, it's a mouth guard.
And then down here looked like he got hit up high, so there was a flag. I don't know what the call is.
As much as I want to say
ball.
Mansfield's definitely been more disciplined, some missed potential calls have been
Correct
seen.
me if I'm wrong. Have they served a penalty all game?
No.
Mansfield is not.
So as much as we want to say, hey, Mansfield's been more disciplined, it's also been the lack of calls, flags.
And there's going to be a flag. So here we go. We got a Fox call, and the Mansfield crowd is not like the first call on Mansfield this game.
Shoots.
And unable to capitalize, but we still retain. So Foxborough will get the ball back, and Mansfield will now serve their first penalty of this game.
It took.
So let's see if Foxborough is able to capitalize on that.
It took 44.
So let's take a look here again.
44 minutes and 18 seconds.
So Sacchetti's going to come up here. So you've got one player on him wrapping the stick. Now second one comes in, and boom, right there. There's the stick right off the helmet on that first chop.
I mean, took 44 minutes and 18 seconds. Don't be that mad, Mansfield.
Right. Yeah. A little surprised at that reaction when this is their first call of the game, but showing some passion for their players. Can't fault it. Sully Keneally coming down, looking to push it a little further. Sulham has the ball, putting it up top to Ryan Cotter. Back to Sulham. Sulham looking around, looking for his best option. Over to, there we go. Once again, who connects? Lincoln Moore to Jack Taft, who's having the strongest game he's had all season.
Jack
Is that
Taft.
number 4 for Taft?
That is 4 for Taft. He ties with Lincoln with 4, but Lincoln also has tallied, I think that's third assist.
I want to say it was 4. I want to say it's his 4th.
4th or 3rd.
Yeah.
All I know is that he's putting up points, putting himself also a little bit higher in the power rankings. He's going to see more hit Taft. They've tried that a lot earlier in the year, but now they're starting to really connect with really getting the connection going. Taft's already netted 4 because they didn't really cover him when he's on the crease.
Yes, yep, absolutely.
That's number 18 today with the 40. He's going to take a rip. Saved by a dash.
That ball down. Gaffney staying on that ball. Gaffney maintaining the pressure on number 33, keeping him outside.
No, that's Hollis.
Hollis, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Shoots.
Oh, and they finds the left corner of the net. My apologies, that was Hollis on the great defense, keeping number 33 outside. Unfortunately, Mansfield's able to come right back and answer, and we have a 16-11 with 2 minutes and 48 seconds left in the game. So let's take a quick replay on this goal here.
We're going to see the replay. Great defense
Quick
from Hollis.
one-timer, too much space, able to step in and
Chalfie couldn't close down.
had the open lane for the shot. So once again, Braden McKay with the face-off against number 18 for Mansfield, who's had just a fantastic game. So Braden McKay wins the face-off, stays tenacious all game and comes away with it. Great job, Braden.
Gives it to Sacchetti.
Over to Sacchetti.
Gonna need a lot of quick goals if you want to stay in this one.
Back to Lincoln Moore at GLE. Lincoln trying to come around. Looking, Taft's up top. He's over to Tony Sulham. So
he tried to go
Tony
low.
loses. He tried to go low, and the ball was popped out, and now Mansfield's back on the attack. So Mansfield coming downfield. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. Looking for the pass. Jaden Jean keeping pressure.
little bit of a spin around.
Nice job by Jaden Jean keeping pressure on number 12, not allowing him access toward the goal. Now this is where the other defenders need to keep the gap closed with these players.
Cotter tried to interrupt it, does interrupt it.
This is Ryan Cotter, number 24, number 34 for Mansfield. Open. I like that Gaff's not following him out there, though. So Foxborough is going to have possession behind the net.
A little less than 2 minutes to go. So, unfortunately, it seems like it's getting a little bit out of reach, but hey, crazier things have happened. Adesh in the midfield.
Ball pass to Adesh up midfield.
Whoa, he's got to get back.
And
Adesh got to get back.
Is that, it was Taft, and we get
They're
a timeout?
called timeout.
I'm surprised to get a timeout with minute 38 left when they're down by 5. But
see, I enjoy when Adam makes a play outside the box, outside his crease. However, when it's a play like that, when you've already made the pass, you're still behind the line. Go back to the net.
Get back.
Because if something ever happens or you lose the ball and you're that far out, they're vultures. They're gonna pounce on you. They're gonna be able to get the quick shot, and you're not gonna be able to get it back in time. And then you're gonna be more mad at yourself because it's easily preventable. I think Adesh has to. I think he's been great when he's outside the crease, but we've seen multiple times this year where it's gotten unlucky for him.
Right, and it's right where there's a couple times he's come out. You're right, and then other teams have capitalized, and sometimes it's what you don't see. It's what it does to the effect it has on whether it's your defense or your goalie or your coach. And when they see that happens, it can be sometimes deflating a little bit. And that's why you need these senior guys on your team to show, as we've been talking about all game, discipline, consistency, making those right decisions when they need to.
With 98 seconds left, Foxborough down by 5, a timeout. With possession right now, who knows what could happen? It's a big difference between 4 and 5. Once you hit 4, there's a chance. But if Mansfield somehow if Mansfield can make the save, get it past midfield, it might unfortunately be a little bit too much to overcome.
I agree. To take a look back here and look at this game as a whole, though, if you could just encapsulate that first half, that was just great lacrosse back and forth.
I think the first half in the fourth quarter.
The fourth quarter.
I think the third quarter is where things got a little bit shaky with the 3 penalties that led to the goals. It's just a little bit unfortunate as here comes Sacchetti to Selham.
Selham coming around front, looking for someone in the front. Jack Taft trying to swat it back into the net. And I think Selham came out with that. He did. Selham's going to have possession. Oh, and he lost it. Came off the top of his stick.
And with a minute 20 to go, it seems to be...
Game is now winding down. We've got Mansfield bringing it out from behind their own net.
Full pass across the field, number 30.
Long pole coming up, and he's just going to pass it right upfield. Number 33 snagging it right out of the air with Jack Sullivan covering on him. Good pressure by Jack Sullivan. Both fighting back and forth. Ball comes out. Number 33 able to scoop it right back up. Number 21 lost it. But had a little too much space.
As less than a minute to go.
Nico Charadonna keeping the defense. Now we got Ryan Cotter covering number 11. And Mansfield chewing up some clock right now. Being patient. And right in the front. And Adam Adesh with a great save. And now here's what you're talking about. Adam is standing outside of the net, trying to be involved in the play. And Carter, exactly what you talked about right there. And while it has no real effect on the game itself,
it's still just a mental thing you have to keep in mind. That you're not inevitable. You're not invincible when you're outside the net.
That's a discipline.
You get caught.
Correct. It's a discipline thing.
Especially when the ball's there. Why are you so far out?
Yep.
He almost made it, but almost doesn't cut it when you're the goalie and you have to stay back. That's your job.
Well, the other thing is for Adam and all his hard work and the time he puts in, those saves are important on his, I have to say, but stat sheet. Adam's been a great asset for this team, still is, and always is. And but he also, he plays hard, and he can come out from that goal, and he's fast enough to get it upfield. So you can see where that comes in. You can see where that mindset, because in his mind, if he got that ball, he could run it upfield and leave a bunch of Mansfield players behind him. So it does make sense, but those are decisions.
With 18 seconds to go, Mansfield probably going to try and just chew the clock. If they went for another goal here, that's embarrassing. Well, you're up by this much.
Number 18.
As they're going to do it.
No, he's going to hold on.
Really?
Oh!
Really?
Oh! With 6 seconds left on the clock,
just chew the
notching number 18.
with
Foxborough needed to be ready for that as well, though. I mean,
But I just strongly disagree with that. I don't think that's not gamesmanship. I get it's a rivalry, but that's just not how it works.
I know, yeah, but I think I'm sure people would echo that sentiment. I just know when I coached, it was always, and I think it was Belichick said it's our job to stop them, so you should be playing right to the whistle. So regardless, Foxborough needed to be ready for that. He was coming upfield, he was moving in, so regardless
that's gonna do it.
The thought of it. So that's it. Mansfield notching the win, coming away with an 18-11 win and a hard-fought game here at Warrior Stadium at Sam Burns Field.
Great first half. Good fourth quarter. Led a little bit in the third, but Foxborough showed toughness, especially Jack Taft and Lincoln Moore. Lincoln Moore maybe had a 4-for-4 with 4 goals and 4 assists. Jack Taft also notched 4 goals, and then Cotter, Sulham, and Keneally each tallied a goal. It's a rivalry, and Mansfield. I think if Foxborough played them again, they could give them a run for their money, and I think they could take another. I think they could take it.
Yeah, as it always stands, you have to look at what you can take positively out of something like this, and it shows that, hey, you've got some young guys. You got Nico Giardani, you got Marco Ciafoli, you've got Jack Taft. All had very great, solid games in a tough-fought loss here. So it's just, they just got a couple things to work on, but they've got a great core. They've got some explosive players, dynamic players, and young. So you saw some great things today, and they just got to expand on that and work on it. And they got to cut down their mistakes and their inconsistencies. But a lot of upside here. So
this is the game. This is games you remember going into next year. Like, this is kind of the moment when you're like when I was sitting on Thanksgiving after losing 33-0, you're thinking, got to come back next year and you got to beat them. This is what you think about. You think about, hey, remember what they did to us last year?
Yeah, and hats off to Mansfield here. They've one penalty served the whole game. Very disciplined team. They really worked well together and put a lot out in the field. It was a great matchup on both sides of the ball, and hopefully everyone at home enjoyed it as much as we did in the booth here, Carter.
A very high-scoring game for everyone. My score prediction of 6-5 was incorrect.
You were close. Well, we were 11. We did end up with 11.
It's not in the worst way possible. But that being said, JV is up next. I don't think we're responsible for that, but the younger kids are going to try and get their own taste of Mansfield, as it's going to be a JV game here in Foxborough. Foxborough, unfortunately, takes 4-game winning streak, ends in Foxborough versus Mansfield with an 18-11 game. As the sun starts to set, the Warriors will start to look at what went wrong, how can we fix it, and when can we fix it. When's the next game?
Don't know.
Oh.
Great question.
They probably have another this week. It's only Monday.
They will have at least one more, 2 more. I think it might be another home game. They had a little run of away games. But we hope that everyone tunes back in. We appreciate everyone tuning in for this game, and make sure to check your schedule since we're unprepared for that question. And tune in. Foxborough, it's great to see the fans. It's great to see the stands have some people out here supporting and cheering on the team. So appreciate everyone.
So for everyone tuning in at home, my name is Carter Daly with my friend Michael McCabe, and we will see you next time. Well, at least I will see you next time. Thank you to our producers at Foxboro Cable Access, Director Mike Weber. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and everyone, have a nice day. See you.